The pre-match focus on Gabriel Jesus. He scored 4 in his last 3. What will he produce today? Stay with us on EA TV. And a warm welcome. This is the scene here at the Etihad Stadium. My name's Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary on this game is the former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It is Manchester City up against Aston Villa.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. All that work in the week, all that chat in the dressing room, all that stops now. It's put your game face on, get down to it. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Well, many people have made this fellow the focus of attention ahead of today's match, playing against his old club, and I wonder what's going through his mind, Lee.
Well, Derek, whilst the occasion for him is a nice one, and there'll be lots of smiley faces surrounding you when you meet old friends, etc., I can tell you those smiley faces, every single one of them will want you to have a nightmare and fall flat on your face when the game starts. It could be a tricky day for him today.
And here's the Manchester City lineup. Pretty well balanced, this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the 3 just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free role.
Here's how the lineup looks for Aston Villa. You know, many in the media have been talking quite loudly about their style of play, and not everybody being kind about it. There are many who suggest it's negative. How do you see it, Lee?
Well, listen, Derek, takes all types of play, different formations. Coaches try and adapt a system, soaking up the pressure, getting everybody behind the ball and hitting teams on the counter-attack is probably on the cards for this team today.
Have they given him too much space? And it's Gabriel Jesus. It's with Morgan Sanson. Traoré. Now Busquets. Nice looking pass. And a fine cross, and a harmless cross, gobbled up. Alexander Zinchenko. Yangel Herrera. Mason Greenwood. Attacking possibilities on the flank for City here. Oh, in with a chance! Able to clear the danger, at least for now. He has been one of the leading lights in the competition so far, Gabriel Jesus.
Well, whenever he plays, you should expect goals. He rarely disappoints. I don't think he'll disappoint today either. The goal-scoring record looks shaky to me.
Might it be Gabriel Jesus? And that was a heaven-sent opportunity to take the lead so early.
First goal is so important, Derek. Sometimes you're not ready. Well, you really must be ready this early in the game.
Saint-Maximin. Sergio Busquets. And barring the door was Laporte. Couldn't keep it. Plenty of options. Saint-Maximin. Played into the box. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Sergio Busquets. An alert intervention. Gabriel Jesus. Konsa. De Bruyne. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Forsberg. It's with Morgan Sanson. Ollie Watkins. Traore. For attacking possibilities. Traore. Well, fine use of the ball. And options in the centre. Well, they were possessing the ball well, but now they've lost it. Mason Greenwood. Gabriel Jesus now. Wyatt. And it might appeal to Raheem Sterling, you know. Well, clattered away. Courtney House. Here's Forsberg now. Saint-Maximin. A move of promise on the flank. That's a useful cross. Gabriel Jesus. Let's join Alan McIntyre. Well, it's a really poor challenge. Now, what's the referee going to do about it? The referee has deemed that to be a bookable offence.
Absolutely, agree with that one.
Well, for understandable reasons, we had to cut off Alan McInally. To confirm, Fulham have found the net in that match, and it's now even Steven, 1-1. Sterling ready. Not a poor ball, and easy for the keeper. City pushing forward with options available. Not easy to challenge in that fashion, but he's done it. He's pulled it off. Keane. Now Matias Oliveira. Watkins. Now Busquets. Well, they know they need to stop him. Traore. The delivery. And the problem not completely solved. Well, that's the end of that for now. Greenwood. Sterling. Must take the lead here. Oh, but he's missed it! How on earth is this still level?
I don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in the end. They should be ahead.
Sanson. Here's Forsberg now. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Well, visionary passing. And after the cross, Laporte with the block. And pretty simple for Ederson.
Well, this game is very delicately placed, Derek, isn't it? Just look at those stats. Somebody has to be the hero. Somebody has to take the game by the scruff of the neck and win it.
Laporte. Mason Greenwood. Setting off perhaps a little bit too much here. Given away by City. He's in control of the situation. Well, there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. So half-time here, and the two teams cannot be separated. Lee, your assessment of City's performance so far?
Well, Derek, they might be the top scorers, but they found it hard to find their rhythm today. I'm sure in the second half they'll produce some chances. Can they convert them? They normally do.
Gabriel Jesus. Let's join Alan Mac. The referee has deemed that to be a bookable offence.
Absolutely, agree with that one.
Sterling. Must take the lead here. Oh, but he's missed it. How on earth is this still level?
I don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in...
And as the second half commences, both sides can reflect on a first half in which they were so very evenly matched. Couldn't keep it. Wyatt. Well, they've given him too much space. Gabriel Jesus. Here's De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne couldn't keep the ball. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Saint-Maximin. Still pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead. An opportunity to forge ahead from this corner situation. Well, for Gabriel Jesus, a performance that he'll quickly want to forget.
Well, it's simple to me, Derek. He's just not done enough. Defenders are coping with him just fine. Movement is too predictable. Not really had a sniff of goal so far.
Played into the centre of the box. Insufficient accuracy as regards the corner. Make sure you're with us for quarter-final action from the Carabao Cup, live here on EA TV. It's Manchester City taking on Newcastle United.
Yeah, the fans will be up for that one. They can see the final lurking in the distance. The players will have to be a little bit more focused on the job in hand, though. Should be a cracking game, Derek.
Well, they've decided to make a change. He's driven in the corner. Relatively straight to mop up defensively. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Martin de Roon. Good looking ball. There could be a chance now. Tremendous defending to stonewall him. Wyatt. Aaron Cresswell. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus now. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Well, making high pressing work for them here. Sterling. Here's Gabriel Jesus. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Well, this is the home of live football, EA TV, and we have more action coming up from the Premier League for you. It's Aston Villa. Takes it on! Whatever way you look at that, it's been squandered. Oliveira. Ollie Watkins. Saint-Maximin. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Defenders need to cover. Sterling. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Well, it wasn't a simple save to make. Put in by De Bruyne. Not all that convincing defensively. Gabriel Jesus. Oliveira. So 20 minutes to go. Oh, he's given it away. Top-class defending. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. And a good-looking ball. Martin de Roon. That's a lovely ball. Wesley. Oh, great defending. There's been a goal in the Fulham match, I'm hearing. Alan McInally can tell us more.
It's another goal for Tottenham Hotspur. 76 minutes played, 4-1.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Cash. Douglas Luiz. On to Forsberg. Martin de Roon. Trying to get onto the front foot with the minutes ticking away. Can he put them in front? Nice and easy for the keeper. Gabriel Jesus. Sterling has it. Bernardo Silva. Here's De Bruyne. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Unable to keep the ball that time. And breaking at pace with menace. Oh, great vision. Saint-Maximin. Can they forge ahead? Well, they've gone and missed a wonderful chance.
Well, he knows that could be a big, costly miss. The manager's trying to get his message across on the touchline. They've just got to keep pushing. Surely a goal will come.
Bernardo Silva. Now Griezmann. Sterling. Manchester City still on the attack as the minutes tick away. Can they come up with a winner? Now, what can they produce on the flank? Really good reading of the game to win possession back. And just the 1 minute left in normal time here. Press well. De Bruyne. Well, just the tackle that was needed. So the final whistle, and at the end of the game, they simply couldn't be separated. A draw it is. Lee, from the City angle, what did you think?
Well, Derek, that scoreline is evidence enough to suggest you can have a really entertaining 0-0 draw. I really enjoyed that game. We'd all like to see goals flying in, and we normally do with this lot, but still some great stuff out there today.
Gabriel Jesus. Let's join Alan Mac. The referee has deemed that to be a bookable offence.
Absolutely, agree with that one.
Sterling. Must take the lead here.
I don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in...
Takes it on! Whatever way you look at that, it's been squandered. Sterling. Well, it wasn't a simple save to make. Saint-Maximin. Well, they've gone and missed a wonderful chance.
Well, he knows that could be a big, costly miss.
Just got a couple of questions for you. Cheers, thanks for the questions.
At home and abroad. What am I talking? You think that I'm mad?
And hello from a special place in the football world. We're at St James's Park here in Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me in the commentary position is the former England defender Lee Dixon. And coming up, action from the quarter-final stage of the Carabao Cup. It's Newcastle United facing Manchester City.
Well, cheers, Derek. These home fans are going to enjoy this. They surely must. With the team coming as big as this to your club, make sure you don't let yourselves down. Don't let those fans down. Don't let your families down. Really, really give it everything you've got.
So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. Looks as though they're going with the belt and braces approach.
Yeah, 5-3-2 or 3-5-2. The midfield will be flooded when they've got the ball. Defensively, those fullbacks will be asked to supply support to their three centre-backs, but it does enable you to play two strikers up front.
And here's the Manchester City lineup. Pretty well balanced, this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the three just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free roll.
Thank you, St James's Park. Enjoy the match.
And so the battle commences. Matty Longstaff. Careless in possession. Now he must favour the cross. Can he give them the lead? And the keeper taking care of the situation. Gabriel Jesus. Firing it in. Well, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop.
Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's frustration is there for all to see.
And firing it into the area. And he's clear as lines. Perfect challenge. Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him?
Well, he's added goals to his wizardry. Will he get another goal today? A brace in his last match.
Longstaff. A creative look about this. No accuracy at all in terms of the shot unleashed.
Well, it's the care and attention, all that work to get in the position and then way wide.
Scott McTominay. Gabriel Jesus. And it's Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne threading it through. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward.
Well, here's the replay, and it starts with a lovely 1-2 pass. And he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard. Well, all the hard work has paid off, but the manager knows a lot more has to be done to secure this game.
One 0 then. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. Scott McTominay. Herrera. Sterling has it. Oh, a nice-looking pass. Oh, it's gone in! And you have to feel for him now. It will go down as an own goal.
Well, let's have a look at that again. All defenders look away. Nobody likes to see this. It's poor, you have to say, but it's important now that he puts his head back on and starts to concentrate on the rest of the game.
Well, an own goal that has left them trailing and flailing. And he read it well. Gale. Well, attacking possibilities. Wilson. Well, they couldn't make anything of that cross with the ball in a decent enough position. Almiron. Big chance. And finishing there with more of a whimper than a bang.
Derek, that reminded me of you, finishing like that. It's just terrible.
I wouldn't have done that well. Callum Wilson. On to Almiron. Gale. Almiron. Over the byline, hence a goal kick. Well, just to point you in the right direction, we have more live action from the Premier League coming up here on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing Burnley.
Yeah, game after game, the season is relentless, but players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter. Man City have hardly had the ball at all, but when they've had the ball, they keep delivering the sucker punch. A great advert for low possession, counter-attacking football. It's really working.
Gabriel Jesus. Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. Zubeldia. Federico Bernardeschi. Ball with Gale. It might be on for them. And now Bernardeschi. And a fine tackle. Now can they counter clinically? Well, it petered out. Bernardeschi. Matty Longstaff. And he read it well, intercepting it. Scott McTominay. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus. It looks promising. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Callum Wilson. An effective ball. Wilson could reduce the deficit. And he does. There is hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier.
Well, here's the replay, and I enjoy this passage of play. It's lovely to watch. Superb passing, and then the sheer power of the strike, really impressive. It's a thunderbolt. Well, he knows that's a bad goal to give away. His disappointment is obvious.
So there we have it, 2-1.
United goal, number 22, Dwight Gale.
De Bruyne. And Manchester City moving the ball with purpose. Scott McTominay. Well, far from the ideal pass, you've got to say. Gabriel Jesus. Well, that's how to do it inside your own penalty area. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. And so the battle commences. Firing it in. Well, really fine goalkeeping, good diving stop. No accuracy at all in terms of the shot unleashed.
Well, it's the care and attention, all that work.
And it's Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne threading it through. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward. Oh, a nice-looking pass. Oh, it's gone in! And you have to feel for him now. It will go down as an own goal. Wilson. And he does! There is hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier. So back in business here, City with the lead, but they won't be taking anything for granted. Bernardo Silva. Herrera. Happy to pass the ball, but remaining patient. Gabriel Jesus! And still danger here. And I think the threat has been averted. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you. Is it going to be Raheem Sterling? He must finish. In it goes. That will greatly help the cause. Now they only need to keep concentration levels high.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And you have to say, with a finish to grace any game. Lovely, calm, classy strike right there. Well, all the day's frustrations are there for all to see. The coach needs to try and turn this around, and quickly.
Well, it's a tale of 4 goals in this match now. 3-1 it is.
6. Kevin De Bruyne.
Did well to win the ball back. Longstaff. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Well, on the volley, that's not how he had planned it in his mind.
No, he certainly saw the ball going in a different direction than it went in. Well, City controlling the lion's share of possession, and all of their team are enjoying this performance. That's why they're winning, and that's why they're one of the best teams.
Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne now. Sterling. City moving the ball forwards. What can they do from here? McTominay. And a goal! They're running riot here, almost out of sight.
Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion he does, and he scores.
Well, let's have another view of that goal.
Well, there's nothing better for a manager when a plan comes together. Total satisfaction.
So the action continues, and City really cantering to victory here. Gale. Bernardeschi. On attacking possibilities. Almiron. Great strong tackle. Throw in forthcoming. Wilson, fine cross into the middle. The header, but far too straight to worry the keeper.
Yeah, meat and drink for a goalkeeper of that class.
De Bruyne. Going well. Opportunity to deliver the cross. Subeldia. Bernardeschi. Callum Wilson. Lewis. Smuggled away. Couldn't keep it. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Well, there to intercept. This might have potential. Gabriel Jesus. And Sterling has it. A goal! An exceptional performance this. 4 to the good now.
Well, here it is again. The through ball is perfectly timed. It causes havoc. And how strong was he here? Incredible to hold up the defenders and get his shot away. Lovely goal. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room if it stays like this, Derek. He's not happy. Just look at him.
A change in the offing for City. Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Will Hughes. Bernardeschi. And a throw-in forthcoming. Gabriel Jesus. Well, real difficulty keeping the ball. Inside the last quarter of an hour. Gale. Well, the defending needed to be a bit more switched on than that. Still could be dangerous. Well, nothing untoward happened. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne now. That's how to blunt the edge of the opposing attack. A real opening now. Wonderful block. So a personnel change then.
Substitution for Newcastle United, coming off the pitch, number 22, Dwight Gale, to be replaced by number 10, Neil Malcolm.
And Manchester City will go to their bench. And he's fired over the corner. Federico Fernandez. Can they get in behind them? Tremendous defensive acumen from Laporte. Gabriel Jesus. That's an exquisite pass from Gabriel Jesus. Well, they can say a big thank you to the goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant save from the keeper.
He's driven in the corner. Fine reaction from the keeper.
Yeah, it looked like a good opportunity, to be fair, but the keeper was more than equal to it.
De Bruyne. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
Well, when he's in this sort of mood, he's absolutely unstoppable. What a performance. Well, here's the replay. You have to say he's been a thorn in the side of the opposition all match. It's a good finish and a richly deserved hat-trick.
Let's have another view of that goal.
Well, enjoy the good days as a coach. It could be a roller coaster ride, I can tell you that.
Manchester City goal. Number 6.
1 minute remaining. Wyatt. Bernardo Silva. Gabriel Jesus. Plenty of options. Jacob Murphy. A very timely interception. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, here we see it again, Derek. He's just unaware there's people around him and he loses it too easily. Then it's catch-up and they can't recover. Terrible goal to concede.
Newcastle United goal! Number 13, Callum Wilson.
There's the final whistle. The travelling fans are full of the joys because they are moving on.
Well, you do have to say, Derek, there'll be sterner tests to follow, but I really like watching this team. They've progressed to the next round, fully deserved. What awaits them in the next round, we wait and see, but I'm excited about their future.
Firing it in. Well, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop. No accuracy at all in terms of the shot unleashed.
Well, it's the care and attention, all that work.
And it's Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne threading it through. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward. Oh, a nice looking pass. Oh, it's gone in. And you have to feel for him now. It will go down as an own goal. Wilson. And he does. There is hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier. Is it going to be Raheem Sterling? He must finish. In it goes. That will greatly help their cause. Now they only need to keep concentration. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Well, on the volley, that's not how he had planned it in his mind.
No, he certainly saw the ball going in a different direction than it went in.
McTominay. And a goal! They're running riot here, almost out of sight. Gabriel Jesus. And Sterling has it. A goal! An exceptional performance this. 4 to the good now. That's an exquisite pass from Gabriel Jesus. Well, they can say a big thank you to the goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant.
And he's only gone and made us a hat-trick.
Well, when he's in this sort of mood, he's absolutely unstoppable. What a performance.
Jacob Murphy. A very timely interception. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Just a moment of your time. Thank you, that'll be all.